YouTube. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. Cover One Podcast, doing it all by myself tonight. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger. A nice Christmas night. A lot of Auburn fans thinking about what lies ahead. Of course, we got the brand new coach, Coach Harsin. We've talked about him a lot this week and got some pretty good feedback from him, at least from a verbal standpoint. And, you know, just everything that lines up says that he could be a guy that follows through with all of his words. Auburn's got a game against Northwestern, the number 14 team in the country, depending on what poll you ask. A team that doesn't score a lot of points. At the same time, they don't allow a lot of points either. This is going to be a really interesting matchup, I think, for Auburn, because this team is so physical. This team plays with a lot of intensity. Had an opportunity to come away with the win in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. And, you know, this is going to be a nice little litmus test for the Auburn Tigers to see where they are headed in the beginning of the Harsin era. I think, you know, he's going to have some interaction with the team. According to the press conference, he wasn't necessarily sure if he was going to actually coach the ball game or if former interim head coach Kevin Steele would coach the football game. That'll be kind of interesting to see how that works. But I'm pretty sure he'll help out with film study against Northwestern, and maybe he can see some things based on the talent on defense. I'm pretty sure he's already looking at video footage on the Auburn Tigers as it is. But I would say, you know, given the general feel of how it's been since the decision has been made, I think a big part of what Auburn's Christmas wish list, I think that was pretty fulfilled. Wanting to, not necessarily, you know, the fan base, I would say, were in ways divided. Some were on the keep Gus boat, and some was on we need to go in a new direction. But the ones that really disliked Gus, it was such toxicity that it's like you couldn't say it was just, you talk about Gus, it turns into a lengthy argument to where it just kind of takes the life out of you. You just get tired of talking about it. So for the fan base, I really think this, if nothing else, and how fitting would it be to happen around Christmas time, to finally relieve the Auburn fans of this anti-Gus subculture at Auburn, because it was becoming really toxic. And Gus really didn't do much to help himself in that regard. I defended him as much as I could at times. I was called a sunshine pumper and all that other stuff. Tried to find the good in Gus, but he found a way to fulfill those other prophecies. But I think a really entertaining game on January 1st coming up. We get to see where the offensive line is going into the offseason. We also get another look at Bo Nix to see if there's any improvement as far as technique goes. So I'm really looking forward to watching the football game, because I want to see how Auburn performs against a really, really good non-conference opponent. This will be the first time, obviously, because of an all-SEC schedule, that Auburn will play a non-conference opponent, will compete against a non-conference opponent, and a familiar one in the Big Ten. They usually catch themselves playing teams in the Big Ten for their bowl game. All right, guys, that's the Christmas edition. Wasn't much to it. Just wanted to holler at you guys before you decide to nightcap with whatever you decide to drink. Haven't decided what I'm going to drink yet. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger. War Eagle.